Astronomers were watching a distant galaxy when something exploded far from its center. At first, it looked like a dying star, but the light was coming from the wrong place. There should not have been a massive black hole there. Hidden roughly 34,000 light-years from the galactic core, an invisible object had captured a passing star, stretched it apart, and consumed it piece by piece. For a brief moment, the dying star illuminated the thing that destroyed it. And what scientists found may reveal that galaxies contain wandering black holes, dark remnants of ancient collisions, moving through regions where almost no one had thought to look. The event is called TDE 2025 ABCR. Its first visible warning appeared in November 2025, when the Zwicky Transient Facility detected an unusual flare in a galaxy about 750 million light-years from Earth. The facility scans the night sky from Palomar Observatory in California. Every night, it records an enormous number of objects that brighten, fade, explode, or move. Most are familiar types of cosmic activity. This one was not. An artificial intelligence classifier had been trained to recognize the changing light of tidal disruption events. These events occur when a star passes too close to a massive black hole. The black hole does not need to touch the star. Its gravity does the damage from a distance. The side of the star facing the black hole is pulled more strongly than the far side. The difference becomes so extreme that the star is stretched into a long stream of gas. Astronomers sometimes call this process spaghettification. Some of the stellar material may escape. Some remains bound, loops back, collides with other debris, and heats to extraordinary temperatures. The black hole itself remains dark, but the falling matter can produce a flare bright enough to cross hundreds of millions of light-years. That was the signal detected from TDE 2025 ABCR. The light carried the expected fingerprints of a star being destroyed. Follow-up observations found strong ultraviolet emission, very soft X-rays, and broad features from hydrogen and helium. Together, these observations supported the tidal disruption interpretation. But the position of the flare created the real mystery. Tidal disruption events are usually found close to the centers of galaxies, because that is where the largest black holes normally live. Nearly every massive galaxy is thought to contain a central supermassive black hole. Stars crowd around it. Given enough time, one of those stars may be scattered onto a fatal orbit. DE 2025 ABGR did not occur there. Its flare appeared about 10.3 kiloparsecs from the host galaxy's nucleus in projected distance. That is approximately 34,000 light-years. For comparison, the Sun is about 26,000 light-years from the center of the Milky Way. The black hole revealed by this flare was farther from its galaxy's center than the Sun is from ours. This was not a small positional error. It was a black hole operating deep in the outskirts. The mass estimates made the contrast even sharper. The central black hole of the host galaxy is estimated to contain hundreds of millions of times the mass of the Sun. The black hole responsible for the flare appears to be far smaller, near 1 million solar masses, although the exact value depends on models that connect the flare's luminosity and evolution to the mass of the hidden object. 1 million suns is still enormous. It places the object in the range of massive black holes near the boundary between the largest intermediate mass black holes and the lower end of supermassive black holes. Yet it was not sitting at the center of the galaxy. So how did it get there? The observations support two leading possibilities. Neither has been confirmed. The first is that the black hole was once closer to a galactic center and was thrown outward. Galaxies grow through mergers. When two galaxies collide, their central black holes can sink toward the new center and begin orbiting one another. Interactions with stars, gas, or additional black holes may alter those orbits. Under some conditions, one black hole can be displaced from the nucleus. There is also a more violent possibility. When two black holes merge, the gravitational waves they emit may carry momentum unevenly. The newly formed black hole can receive a recoil, like a cosmic kick. If that kick is strong enough, it may travel far from the center or even escape a small galaxy. But researchers do not yet have evidence that this specific black hole was launched by such an event. The second explanation may be more likely. The black hole may still occupy the center of its own tiny galaxy, or what remains of one. A small dwarf galaxy could have fallen into the larger host. As the dwarf moved through the larger galaxy's gravitational field, its outer stars may have been stripped away. What remained could be a dense stellar cluster surrounding the dwarf's original central black hole. From a distance, that remnant might be extremely faint. The black hole would appear to wander through the outskirts of the larger galaxy, even though it still sits at the center of a nearly destroyed satellite. Later observations with the James Webb Space Telescope and the Keck Observatory found infrared light at the event's location that may be consistent with an unresolved stellar cluster. If that interpretation is correct, the cluster could be the compact remnant of a smaller galaxy consumed in a minor merger. But another explanation for the infrared emission remains possible. It may come from gas reprocessing the energy released by the tidal disruption event itself. The evidence therefore points toward a merger remnant, but it does not close the case. That uncertainty matters because wandering black holes are predicted to exist in large numbers. Computer simulations of galaxy formation do not produce perfectly clean systems with one black hole placed neatly at the center. They produce histories filled with collisions, incomplete mergers, stripped satellites, gravitational interactions, and displaced remnants. A large galaxy may contain several massive black holes beyond its nucleus. Some may orbit for billions of years. Some may be wrapped in faint clusters of stars. Others may travel through regions so dark and empty that they produce almost no detectable signal. A black hole that is not actively feeding is almost impossible to see directly. Its gravity may influence nearby stars, but measuring that motion from hundreds of millions of light years away is extraordinarily difficult. It may bend background light, but only if the alignment is precise. It may emit radio or X-ray radiation, but only when gas happens to fall toward it. Most of the time, a wandering black hole could remain silent. DE 2025 ABZR was discovered because a star crossed the wrong path at exactly the wrong moment. The star became both victim and evidence. Its destruction created a temporary beacon that revealed the mass, location, and feeding behavior of an object that had otherwise escaped detection. That is why this event is more important than one black hole consuming one star. It demonstrates a method for finding an invisible population. The Zwicky Transient Facility detects hundreds of thousands of changing objects during a typical night. The custom classifier that identified TDE 2025 ABCR was designed to recognize the light curves of tidal disruption events without assuming that the flare must occur at a galactic center. That change in assumption was crucial. Traditional searches often focus on nuclear transients because that is where tidal disruption events are expected. But if a search begins by requiring a flare to sit near the center, then a genuine off-center event can be rejected before anyone studies it. The new approach searches the behavior of the light first and asks where it occurred afterward. That is how an object in the wrong place became visible. Future observatories could transform this isolated detection into a census. The Vera C. Rubin Observatory is beginning a decade-long survey of the southern sky. Its camera will repeatedly record enormous areas with enough depth and speed to discover vast numbers of transient events. Researchers estimate that Rubin may identify many highly offset tidal disruption events each year, although the actual rate remains uncertain. NASA's Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope will extend the search farther into the universe. Its wide-field infrared observations are expected to detect tidal disruption events across billions of years of cosmic history. SWIFT and other X-ray and ultraviolet observatories can then help determine which flares are genuine tidal disruptions and what kinds of black holes produce them. With enough detections, astronomers may begin answering questions that one event cannot resolve. How common are wandering massive black holes? Do most come from stripped dwarf galaxies or from black holes kicked out of galactic centers? How long do they survive in the outskirts? Do they eventually sink inward, escape entirely, or remain trapped in wide orbits for the age of the universe? And could some of the missing links in black hole growth be hiding inside faint stellar remnants that current surveys barely see? DE 2025 ABGR does not answer all of those questions. It does not prove that enormous numbers of black holes are freely drifting through intergalactic space. It does not establish exactly how this object reached its present location, and the word wandering must be used carefully. The black hole remains associated with a larger galactic system. It may be moving through that galaxy's outskirts, or it may occupy the surviving nucleus of a smaller galaxy that is being absorbed. What the observations do confirm is more restrained and more unsettling. A massive black hole exists tens of thousands of light years from the center of a large galaxy. It was not found because astronomers saw the black hole. It was found because a star disappeared. For perhaps billions of years, the object may have moved through darkness without announcing itself. Then one star approached too closely. Gravity tore it apart. The debris heated, the galaxy flared, and telescopes on Earth detected the final light. The event turned a hidden black hole into a measurable object, but only temporarily. The flare will fade. The debris will cool. The black hole will become difficult to see again. What remains is the possibility that this was not an isolated anomaly. Across the universe, galaxies carry scars from ancient mergers. Some are visible as distorted arms, stellar streams, or shells of scattered stars. Others may be completely dark. A displaced black hole leaves no photograph of its journey. A stripped galaxy may lose almost everything except a compact cluster and the massive object at its heart. The evidence may remain hidden until another star enters the wrong orbit. DE 2025 ABCR was a brief act of cosmic destruction, but it was also a signal. A star died in the outskirts of a distant galaxy, and for a moment, its light exposed something the galaxy had been carrying in silence. The black hole was not where astronomers expected it. The more disturbing possibility is that it was exactly where galaxy formation predicts it should be. Not alone, not unique, only invisible until something came close enough to be destroyed.